There's this moment that almost every Linux user experiences at some point, whether they've just switched from Windows or they've been around for years, where they realize that the real power of Linux doesn't come from the operating system itself, but from the applications they choose to run on it. And in 2026, that realization hits harder than ever, because the Linux ecosystem has quietly evolved into something far more powerful, polished, and in many cases, even more user-friendly than what people expect. But here's the truth no one really talks about. Not all Linux apps are created equal, and if you're just installing whatever shows up in a top 10 list, you're probably missing out on tools that can completely transform your workflow. Let's start with something that almost every user needs, but rarely thinks deeply about, and that's the web browser. Most people default to Firefox or Chrome, and while both are solid, the real conversation in 2026 is about performance, privacy, and resource efficiency. Firefox has matured into a privacy powerhouse, but what most users don't realize is how customizable it has become under the hood. With the right tweaks, it can outperform many Chromium-based browsers while consuming fewer system resources. And yet, a lot of Linux users still install it and use it exactly as is, never unlocking its true potential. That's the first pattern you'll notice throughout this entire list. The best Linux apps are often only as powerful as how you use them. Then there's the terminal, which is something that scares beginners but becomes addictive once you get comfortable. And when we talk about terminal emulators in 2026, we're not just talking about a black window with text. Modern terminal apps like Kitty or Alacrity have completely changed what the terminal experience feels like. They're GPU accelerated, insanely fast, and support features like ligatures, image previews, and advanced scripting capabilities. The truth is, once you switch to a high-performance terminal, going back to a basic one feels like using a decade-old machine. But again, most people never make that jump because they don't realize the difference it can make. Now let's talk about file management, which sounds boring until you realize how much time you spend moving, organizing, and searching for files. The default file managers that come with most Linux distributions are fine, but they're rarely optimized for power users. Tools like Dolphin, or even more advanced ones like Ranger, completely change how you interact with your file system. Ranger, especially, is one of those apps that looks intimidating at first, but becomes incredibly efficient once you learn it. It turns file navigation into something that feels almost like coding, where every action is fast, keyboard-driven, and precise. And this is where the truth no one talks about really starts to show itself. The best Linux apps often require a bit of effort to learn, but they reward you with speed and control that's simply unmatched. When it comes to productivity, one application category that has exploded in recent years is note-taking and knowledge management. And this is where things get interesting, because Linux now has access to some of the most powerful tools in this space. Applications like Obsidian have redefined how people think about notes, turning them into interconnected knowledge graphs rather than isolated documents. But here's the catch. Most users only scratch the surface. They create a few notes, maybe link them occasionally, and call it a day. Meanwhile, power users are building entire second brains inside these tools, using plugins, automation, and custom workflows that rival full-blown productivity systems. Another must-have category is system monitoring, which is something you don't think about until your system slows down or something breaks. Tools like ATOP have been around forever, but in 2026, we have even more advanced options like BTOP, which not only look better but provide more intuitive insights into your system's performance. The difference here isn't just aesthetic. It's about how quickly you can identify issues and take action. And once you get used to having that level of visibility, it becomes hard to imagine using a system without it. Let's shift gears to multimedia, because this is an area where Linux used to struggle but has made massive progress. Video players like VLC are still incredibly popular, but newer applications have started to push the boundaries even further. MPV, for example, is one of those tools that seems simple on the surface but becomes incredibly powerful once you start customizing it. It can handle almost any format you throw at it, supports advanced scripting, and delivers performance that rivals or even exceeds proprietary alternatives. And yet, many users stick with default players simply because they're familiar, never realizing what they're missing. For creators, whether you're editing videos, designing graphics, or producing music, Linux now offers a surprisingly robust set of tools. Applications like Kdenlive and Blender have matured to the point where they're not just alternatives to proprietary software, they're legitimate competitors. But here's the reality that no one likes to admit. These tools often require more effort to master. They don't always have the same level of polish or plug-and-play simplicity as their commercial counterparts. However, what they offer in return is freedom, flexibility, and a level of control that's hard to find elsewhere. Then there's communication, which has become an essential part of any workflow. While many people rely on web-based platforms, native Linux applications for messaging and collaboration have improved significantly. Tools like Slack, Discord, and Telegram all have solid Linux clients, but the real story is how well they integrate into the Linux environment. Notifications, system tray support, and resource usage have all been optimized in ways that make them feel like first-class citizens rather than afterthoughts. One category that often gets overlooked is backup and recovery. It's not exciting, it's not flashy, but it's absolutely critical. Applications like TimeShift have become essential tools for anyone running Linux, allowing you to create system snapshots and roll back changes if something goes wrong. And in a world where updates and configurations can sometimes break things unexpectedly, having a reliable backup solution isn't just nice to have, it's a necessity. The truth is, most people don't think about backups until it's too late, and by then, the damage is already done. Security is another area where Linux users often assume they're automatically safe, but that's not entirely true. While Linux is generally more secure than other operating systems, it's not immune to threats. Tools like ClamAV and firewall managers like UFW help add an extra layer of protection. But the real value comes from understanding how to use them effectively. Security isn't just about installing the right software. It's about adopting the right habits and practices. Development tools are, of course, a huge part of the Linux ecosystem. Editors like VS Code and NeoVim dominate this space, each offering a completely different approach to coding. VS Code is feature-rich, user-friendly, and packed with extensions, making it a great choice for beginners and professionals alike. NeoVim, on the other hand, is all about speed, efficiency, and customization. It has a steep learning curve, but once you get past that, it becomes one of the most powerful coding environments available. And this perfectly illustrates a recurring theme. Linux gives you choices, but those choices often come with trade-offs. Another application that deserves attention is a good package manager front-end. While the command line is powerful, not everyone wants to use it all the time. Tools like Synaptic or modern software centers provide a more user-friendly way to manage applications, updates, and dependencies. They may not be as fast or flexible as the terminal, but they lower the barrier to entry and make Linux more accessible to a wider audience. Virtualization and containerization have also become essential in 2026, especially for developers and IT professionals. Applications like VirtualBox and Docker allow you to run multiple environments on a single system, test software, and isolate workloads. And as more people move toward cloud-based and containerized workflows, these tools are becoming increasingly important, even for casual users who just want to experiment without breaking their main system. Now, let's talk about customization, which is one of Linux's biggest strengths. Tools like GNOME Tweaks or KDE System Settings allow you to tailor your desktop environment to your exact preferences. But the real power lies in combining these tools with themes, extensions, and scripts to create a setup that's uniquely yours. This is something that Windows and macOS simply can't match at the same level. And it's one of the reasons why so many people fall in love with Linux. Another underrated category is automation. Applications like cron or more user-friendly tools like AutoK can save you hours of repetitive work by automating tasks. Whether it's renaming files, running scripts, or triggering actions based on specific events, automation is one of those things that pays off massively over time. And yet, most users never explore it because it seems too complex or unnecessary. Gaming on Linux has also seen significant improvements thanks to tools like Steam and Proton. What used to be a major limitation is now becoming one of Linux's strengths. Many Windows games now run seamlessly on Linux, often with little to no configuration required. But here's the catch: not every game works perfectly, and you still need to be willing to troubleshoot occasionally. The experience is better than ever, but it's not entirely frictionless. Finally, let's address something that ties all of this together, and that's mindset. The best Linux applications aren't just about features or performance. They're about how they change the way you think about computing. They encourage you to be more intentional, more efficient, and more in control of your system. But they also require you to invest time and effort into learning and experimenting. That's the truth no one talks about. Linux isn't just an operating system you install and forget. It's an environment you grow into. The applications you choose, the workflows you build, and the habits you develop all play a role in shaping your experience. And while that might sound intimidating, it's also what makes Linux so powerful and rewarding. So when you're looking for the best Linux applications in 2026, don't just focus on what's popular or easy to install. Think about what will actually improve your workflow, what will save you time, and what will give you more control over your system. Because at the end of the day, the best apps aren't the ones with the most features. They're the ones that help you do what you need to do more effectively. And once you find those, you'll realize that Linux isn't just an alternative to other operating systems. It's something entirely different, something that evolves with you, challenges you, and ultimately makes you a more capable user.